Hi, it's Zobo1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. And today, the footage I've got is really uninteresting. It's a bit weird though, because it's me going down to the planet's surface and driving around collecting materials. And oddly, this is one of my favourite planet surfaces. It's got a nice hue to it. It's a place I come quite regularly because it's got a really high supply of some of the materials that I generally need quite quickly, and I can't be bothered to go all the way to the crystal shards for. If I just need a few bits, I'll come here. This is actually a planet that's featured in about 4 of my videos. That's how often I come here. But thanks to the release of Odyssey, the planet's all messed up. There's floating rocks, there's all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff going on. And this planet's always been very pretty, very picturesque, like a regular place that I come to, and I've never had these sort of issues. But since Odyssey came out, it's just been messed up. It's just weird. How have they managed to botch the release of Odyssey so much? They basically released an untested, very poor looking alpha and then charged people money for it. And it's glitchy, it's buggy, it's laggy, Since the release of Odyssey, the game has been remarkably unstable. Loads of my friends have had lots of issues. I feel really bad because I've always been an advocate for this game. I do my best to promote this game because I do think it's an amazingly awesome game. And I still think it's an amazingly awesome game. I just think it's a slightly broken, amazing, awesome game. A bit beyond slightly broken at the moment. I've had days since the release of Odyssey where I have blue tunneled and crashed out like 10 or 12 times just trying to do basic routine stuff. The worst thing is crashing out constantly when you're trying to mine. I go mining a lot, and there's nothing worse than crashing out in the middle of mining. You just find a 57% painite asteroid, you go to mine it, you purple python, you reappear in the rings, and you're suddenly attacked by a wing of 4 NPCs. And it's like, really? Now I'm being hatchbreakered and chased out of the rings. It's just so annoying. Instead of the 57% painite rock I thought I was going to get, I'm now getting a headache. And when it happens like 10 or 12 times, it gets a little bit frustrating. So, we were riding high. The game was very stable. It was playing beautifully. Player numbers were up. This game got released on Game Pass on Xbox. We saw a swell in the player count. And then Odyssey came round. We lost an absolute bucket load of players to PC. A lot of players I really love are spending time sharing between PC and console at the moment because you can't get Odyssey on PC. And a few of the other guys are PvP addicts, so they've gone over to PC because that's where it's at when it comes to PvP on Elite Dangerous. And it's quite interesting how well some of the Xbox PvPers are transitioning to PC. It is quite interesting because there's a lot of people that look down on the PvP side on Xbox, and it's interesting that some of the Xbox PvPers are more than holding their own over there, which is great news. I think the standard of PvP on Xbox has actually improved greatly. Not mine, obviously. I'm not a PvPer, and anyone who's watched my combat videos knows that. I refer to myself as a gimbal scrub for a reason. I am a gimbal scrub. If I'm using fixed weapons, then I'm generally shooting big, large targets. I am a very simplistic creature. I'm not skilled. But I must say, I am disappointed with the way they've botched the release of Odyssey so badly that it's even had a negative impact on the Horizons version of the game. That takes some doing. That's just crazy to me. It's absolutely insane. I do hope FDev pull their finger out and start sorting this situation out and getting things back on track, because it's such a shame. This is an amazing game that has the potential for amazing player-driven content and wonderful things that you can only do in Elite Dangerous. The stuff that we in the Dark Marauders like to get up to, the fun we can have and create, and the player-driven content that you can do in Elite Dangerous is unlike any other game I've ever played. It's just sadly the company that develop it do their best to mess with it. and also do their best to outlaw some content and fun shenanigans. Yeah, there's been some interesting choices made by FDev, but as you can see, look how bad this is. The ground's not rendered, my ship's not even touching the ground. It's floating above, the ground's not even rendered and textured, the rocks are floating. This is the Horizons version of the game, and this has been this bad since Odyssey came out. I shake my head, I don't know what to say. So sorry if you got into this game on my recommendation. I am hoping FDev can pull their finger out and not let me down anymore, because it is kind of embarrassing. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.